Welcome everyone, my name is Ashley, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a topic that I find very hard to talk about, and it's going to be regarding my loose skin. But I want to start from the beginning, how I started, and because I believe that's the best way to do it. How did I get to my highest weight? How did I let myself go? So when I was younger, I was quite skinny, and at the age of 18, I was about 6'9", 6'8". I was really skinny for my age. From that point on, I was gaining. I started eating more food. I was told I was too skinny, so I went the opposite, and I started eating quite a lot, and I was gaining about a stone per year consistently. About 2 years ago, I was about 17 stone 4, 17 stone 5. I got hit by a car. I broke my fib and tib in multiple places, and it was a motorbike accident. And due to the fact that I was unable to walk, I was unable to move correctly, I went from my highest weight at 17.5 stone up to around 18 stone 5, 18 stone 6. And for me personally, it was my lowest. My love life was non-existent. I struggled with interacting with people. I had no confidence. I didn't want to talk to people. I was happy just to sit at home eating cakes and not talking to people. But after the accident, due to my weight and due to the injury that I had, I was told that I may struggle to be able to walk properly again, and I would struggle with the pain that I would be going through. No one tells you about your weight. No one cares generally about how big you are, because people think it's insensitive. But I had no one to point out, no, Ash, look after yourself. And so I was doing everything bad. But after the accident, my leg was getting crushed due to the injury, and due to my weight, my body weight was basically crushing my leg, and I was going through just severe pain. And it pains me to say, but I couldn't cope. I got to my lowest. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. No, I could eat, but it was a struggle to get up and eat. And my life was just terrible. Just due to one thing, just one accident, my weight was crushing my leg because it was just so weak at the time. And that lasted for about a year. I went through physio. It took me about a year of pain, being on meds, to just recover from an injury that should have taken 6 months at least. But due to the weight, my bones were just getting crushed, and I wasn't that big. I was 18 stone 7, 18 stone 5, around that area. And I'm 5'7", so I'm not the tallest guy in the world. But with them sort of weights, I'm quite short for my age, about 8'30". I hated it. I hated life at that time. The weight made me miserable. I didn't want to talk to people. Everything put me off life. I wasn't living life. I was sort of watching it. I was playing it. I had more life playing my Xbox than actually living life. And after a year of recovery, I wanted to have a life, and I said to myself that I have to do something. I have to change. I was physically sick. I was physically, mentally gone, and I had to do something, because because sorry, I never wanted after the accident and wake up in the hospital with no loved one. I didn't want to die alone. Dying alone freaked me out. Dying alone scared me. And dying alone in pain. Nah. My bowel movements are horrible. I had so many issues. No, but I kept it to myself because I guess that's what life is. You keep things to yourself. You don't talk to it. There's not a great movement for men who are overweight. There's no role model for men who are overweight. It's you either got the guy who has nothing, or superstars with ultimate six packs. That's our role models. Then I had nothing, and it was depressing. So I started my weight loss journey. I was still going through pain at the time. It was crippling pain. I had to walk with a crutch. But I decided that I'll do it. I had to do something. So at the start, all I did was my diet. I changed my diet overly. I got rid of all the bad foods from my house, and I removed everything. And guys, I'd just like to let you know, I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a medical expert. This is just my own personal experience, and everyone's different. Everyone's body acts different. So I'm not recommending you try what I did. I think I went to the extreme, and realistically, most people do. So when I first started, I removed all my food from my house. I started buying all fresh. I started buying low-calorie foods. I was eating more eggs, eating more chicken, and I went from the base staple like takeaways to like a bodybuilder's diet, and I just stuck with that, and it worked. I was losing an excessive amount of weight, and I felt happy about that. And I saw that I was watching the scales go down every day. I'll check my weight, and it'll go down, and I'll be happy. And there was one day that I hit my first plateau, and me personally, I freaked out, and thinking back at it, it still gets me emotional, because it was my first plateau, and no one, because I had no one who was helping me. I had no knowledge, so everything I was doing was by experience, and it was my first plateau, and it lasted for several weeks. And I carried on doing my diet, and after I think it was the second week, I was like, what am I doing? I'm not losing weight. I'm failing, and I'm a failure. I can't say it properly. And I realised that I couldn't do it. I was losing this battle against my weight. My weight was winning. And I kept thinking, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this diet? Why can't I just go and eat cake and pizza and be healthy? And I went through a phase where I was freaking out every day, and I kept to the diet. But I was so sad because the scale wouldn't move, and there was no one there to go, this is normal. And before I gave up, I started to watch YouTube channels, and nothing would help me at the start. Then I sort of realised that I wasn't motivated. My motivation went from 100 to 0 straight away from that one little lapse where my weight didn't go down. My motivation went down, and I was going to the point that I was going to stop, and I was going to revert back to what I normally do. So I realised what I had to do was increase my motivation. I had to motivate myself somehow, but I didn't know how. I've never heard any good words in my entire life. generally for men, sometimes they don't. Sometimes men don't get appraisals, they don't get you doing a good job. Fantastic. And I've never had that. So I had to find a way to motivate myself. And I came across this channel. It was about Arnold, and it was his motivational speech. And something clicked onto me, and going through this, the video, the speech was saying that he would work out 5 hours a day, he did this, he'd done that, he'd worked his diet, he did everything. And I was like, why can't I do that? At the age of 18, he's going to the gym 5 hours a day. Why am I not exercising? And I thought to myself, that's it. I have to exercise. And from then on, I decided to start my routine of exercise. I was never a fan of exercise. I am now. But every day I would have to watch his motivational speeches just to get myself motivated to get up out of bed. And I did that every day. I watched the motivational speech. I listened to it when I was sleeping. I listened to it when I got up. And it motivated me to do better. So I started my exercise routine. And again, I was overweight. My leg injury was putting me through crippling pain. I couldn't sleep properly. My sleep pattern was off. And all I wanted to do is give myself comfort. But I decided that what I was going to do is every day I'm going to go to the gym. I'm not going to walk into the gym. I'm going to touch the building of the gym and walk back. The fact of walking to the gym and walking back, the gym was approximately, there and back was about 5 miles. So realistically, I was pushing my body to walk 5 miles every day. My weight, the plateau that I was in, went straight after. I started losing the weight again. And the fact of me exercising actually helped. And at the moment, I wasn't a low calorie deficit, and I was doing everything I had to do. But the exercise was the one thing. 90% of, I believed, all diets, you need at least 10% is exercise. It's 90% food, 10% exercise to do a full 100%. And that's what I had to do. And every day I would walk to the gym, touch that gym building, and walk back. After about 3 months of doing that, I lost excessive amount of weight. And I didn't need my cane. I didn't need a cane. The confidence boosted. I wasn't this fat guy with a cane anymore. I was just this chubby guy with no cane. And my pain was slowly easing away over time. Every time I lost weight, the pain would go slowly. My leg was getting less crushed, and I was able to heal properly. So, I'm jumping off topic. I tend to jump off topic so often. So, it got to the point where I'm going to throw a picture up on my left side, that side, where I actually started. And I'm going to show a couple of pictures going across and where it ended. Basically, from one side is where I started. I couldn't really walk properly, I was going through pain. And to the last side, come up to a year, it was about 10 or 11 months. It was on my 30th birthday, actually the one before it. And right at the ends, would be the one I've done recently. So altogether, I lost around 120 pounds of weight. and this is by pure passion, pure exercise, push myself to my limit. Because realistically, I was my worst critic. I see myself as something really bad, and I kept pushing myself to be better. So the reason you come here, guys, is I'm going to be talking about my loose skin. That's my start. It's a year of journey, 120 pounds gone. I was very lucky, and when I was going through all my weight loss, I knew that loose skin was going to be a possibility. I knew that, and so I went online and followed every advice to lose loose skin before it comes. So realistically, I think I'm pretty good with loose skin. So you got the arms. So got loose skin there. Nothing. It's a little bit there, not much. Yeah, some people do the face, but I've got a beard, so you can't really see the beard. Okay. Majority of my loose skin is my chest and my belly. So this is the thing that I've made 12 videos of my loose skin, and every time I don't upload them because I freak out and no, it's not good enough, and I really do need to upload it because I hate my loose skin. And maybe it's because I'm not there yet. I've only had it for recently, and this is a ongoing thing for me, so it's very new, and I've not got used to my loose skin. But I would not be removing my loose skin. It's like a battle scar to me. I understand where I was, and it's just a reminder to me to go, hey, let's not do this again. Let's eat healthier every time. So I'm keeping it there to maintain my mental image of what I used to be. So, okay, loose skin. So, majority of my loose skin is here. See, I've got stretch marks. I've got stretch marks going down, but loose skin. There. Goes all the way across. Again, most of my weight was here, and obviously I was on collagen. I was fasted for a lot of time, and these are the things that said that you would stop loose skin. It's not the case. I still got loose skin. Maybe it's a little bit less. Maybe I'm lucky. Okay. So I know I think it's that one. My chest always goes down a little bit. So my nips goes down. That's fine. Again, I've lost excessive amount of weight. I'm aiming to be around 10% body fat, so this is the factor. Obviously, I can train up about the gyms. So this is basically my skin, side loose skin. I think my back is my best attribute. So I think because there's not really much loose skin here, so I'm happy with the back, but I've still got that flabby wings. I don't actually, majority of the time, that is where my loose skin is. I'm actually lucky because my legs don't really have loose skin. I have very tight legs. My ass doesn't have anything loose there. It's literally very good out. But guys, I want to also advise that journey's a journey. It's not going to be always an up. It's not always going to be a downhill battle. Sometimes that you're going to struggle. Sometimes it's going to be peaceful and you're going well. Sometimes you get backwards. I struggle consistently. I would cry consistently. And I'm consistently doing the same thing I am doing now. My confidence is up. My attitude is up. But I still have little things I don't like about myself. And that's common sense. It's always going to be something that you don't like and you're always going to improve. But losing the weight didn't fix everything. It fixed a lot of my health issues. I'm no longer going through crippling pain. Well, I sometimes go through crippling pain, but it's like a 3 out of 10. But before it was like a 12 out of 10. So I'm in much less pain. I don't have to be medded up to survive. I can sleep. I can work again. But what I'm trying to say is, you have to be happy what you do. If you're not happy now, then something has to change. As long as you're happy, who cares what happens? But for me personally, I hated everything. I hated the idea that life's going past and I'm just getting old and fat. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully, you like this video. Please like, subscribe, please comment down below. It would be interesting to see what people think. Again, I am struggling to put up videos, and it's not because I don't want to, it's because of my confidence. So the more people get interested in my story, get interested in who I am, and actually the more confidence I'll get to upload more. And I really do hope that I'm able to upload more, because I really would like to share and help others. Okay, thank you everyone, and thank you for tuning in.